Hey everyone, V here, back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, we finished up our free time. We spent some time improving our stats. We have our stats up to level 2 for both wisdom and tolerance. And we're about halfway or so to the next level for the other 3. And then we also went to the Belega corridor, or Belega corridor, however that was pronounced, and made a new follower, which was Brigitte, the woman who runs the Igniter shop, the Lycan Consortium, or whatever it's called, here in town. We got her as our new follower. It seems like she has maybe some sort of illegal contraband pet or something, which she got really nervous about because it made a mewing noise when we were talking to her. But now we can buy igniters, which is pretty cool. We also apparently have something with Maria here. Maria, what? I don't know what the update is here. This all looks kind of the same. Oh well. But yes, we finished up the free time. That was all great. Then the bigger update is what happened once the free time was over, which was we finally heard the Sanctus Church's announcement. God, I can't words. We finally heard the Sanctus Church's announcement, which was that they officially recognized the rocks and the tournament for the crown as the will of the deceased king, and put the church's weight behind that process to pick the king, as a way to legitimize it, to basically, or to ultimately legitimize Forden, presumably, so that, you know, if and when he wins, they'll be able to say, well, you know, that was what the king wanted. They also announced that there is going to be the Tournament for the Crown, which will be a series of events happening throughout the United Kingdoms of Euchronia, where anyone can enter, because anyone is theoretically eligible for the crown, and based on this tournament, people may rally support and gain support for the populace, which will make them more able to be elected the next king. And the first of those, the first of the tasks in this tournament is to bring the head of some monster that has been plaguing the peoples of Euchronia to the capital of Oceania, which is, I believe, the capital of Oceania is it Brylehaven? I think Brylehaven is the capital. Brylehaven, I know, is in Oceania. I don't remember if that's the capital or not. But, oh, can I see if I go here, maybe? No. But, so they're doing this competition, and we basically decided that we're going to go ahead and enter this competition. Not so that we can become king, which sort of is what I had been kind of confused about, given that we have our royal virtues and our popularity ranking and everything. We're not entering this tournament to become king. We're entering this tournament to get Luis's attention. Because we've learned there's really no way to kill Luis, given this whole competition. So what we have to do is find the formula that he used to cast the curse on the prince. And the only way to get that is to get close to him and basically go undercover. So we're hoping that by entering this tournament and doing a good job, we will be able to get close to Luis and maybe be, like, recruited by Luis. Wildness. Things have taken a crazy turn. But basically, we decided that for our part in this first challenge to defeat a monster that has been plaguing the peoples of Euchronia, instead of going for an actual monster, we're going to be going after Heisme, who is a kidnapper that has been kidnapping children in Martyra and potentially, like, human trafficking, it seems like, maybe. So unclear whether that's allowed by the rules. Unclear whether we care whether that's allowed, because we don't really want to win. We just want to get Luis's attention. But that's kind of what we're doing. And yeah, so tomorrow, we're going to go ahead to sleep now. Tomorrow is the opening ceremony of this tournament for the crown, where we will be setting off and finding out what a carriage Hulkenberg has supposedly gotten for us, which whenever it's brought up, she's always like, you'll see. You know. And I have a feeling about what's going to happen here. And I'm intrigued to see how this actually plays out. So, yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get some rest so that we can get to this opening ceremony. The bed is simple but clean and has an aroma that reminds me of a clear, sunny day. Maybe it's time to call it a night? Yep. Let's do it. Rest well. Late night time.
Can I come in?
Maria! I was hoping I would get to talk to you. What's up, Maria? Want to read some more?
Want to read some more?
Not today.
No? Okay.
You're all leaving tomorrow, right?
We are.
I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, poor baby. I won't tell her.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said.
He was.
And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
Oh, poor Maria. Like, I don't think we're gonna die while we're gone, but if we do, it's gonna traumatize this poor girl for the rest of her life. She's been through so much. It's a promise.
All right. Promise?
I do.
The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
Of course.
This one's important.
Oh no! Stop it! Promising returns, Maria is waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
This little girl is too precious. I can't handle it.
Captain, may I have a moment?
What? Why did your voice sound weird there?
Captain, may I have a moment?
That's not Hulkenberg's. What?
Good night.
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Okay, that's her voice. Weird.
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
That's putting it mildly. Jesus. What? What are these dialogue options? You truly are devoted
You
to
truly
him.
are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside.
Hold on, am I?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside.
Why does Hulkenberg sound like a little French right now? Is that just
I was
me?
hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Like, that sounds normal,
Captain, may I have a moment?
but it sounds like she has like some French like intonation sometimes in her speech that I haven't noticed before.
But that book... We met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
I do. You kicked some ass. When you got me thrown out. Oh. Or pushed down off the cliff. I guess that technically was kind of her fault.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another.
No, that wasn't your fault.
So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
Oh, it's banned. It's banned, all right.
Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
No. I'm kind of letting everyone else read it, so you might as well. What's our picture this time?
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account.
Oh, is this supposed to represent like people voting and casting their vote for different people?
This chapter seems to concern the system by which the
Yeah.
nation's leader is decided.
Weird little ballot boxes on scales.
In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people.
Yeah, that's more or less true to a degree.
Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country.
I mean, they make promises. Whether they keep those promises is another question, but...
Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
Yeah, that part doesn't happen so much.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king.
This book is really describing a much better world than either ours or theirs, isn't it? This just sounds kind of all around better.
Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts.
Yeah, certainly doesn't do them good
Had
to have this
our
out there.
lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then.
No, it's not.
It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
It must be so crazy to have dedicated your life to something for so long and for such a significant part of it that has truly become the only thing that you wish to accomplish. Like she's saying, even at the cost of her own life. Like, that's wild. I can't even comprehend that.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What do we got? Next day. Ooh, anime cutscene. Who is that?
Judah!
Juna. Oh, it's the news guy. The crier. Ooh, she's pretty.
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear.
Okay,
One and all
music.
born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo far beyond the
Everyone's in love. They're all transfixed. We saw a lot of faces there. Some that we've seen before and others that we haven't. But a lot of people that look like they're probably significant in some way. Okay, so is she like a pop star in Euchronia? Just this is like the Olympics opening ceremony. Just ushering it in.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
It's your big day, town crier.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven.
Yep, there we go. It was
There,
Brilehaven.
They face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights.
Okay.
And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown.
Ooh, oh boy.
Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Woo, Forden!
Victory to
Woohoo!
Sanctifex Forden!
Oh, this is so silly. The way that they've gamified this whole situation.
I claim no
it's very
great
clever.
ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly.
Oh, is this one of the other guys whose
Those
face
who
is
would
on the
seize
rock?
the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race?
All of them.
Still,
The answer is all of them.
it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
Okay, people are getting riled up.
Right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Well, we can still
Don't
get his
worry.
attention.
He's definitely paying attention.
Right, exactly.
He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters,
He just
you
doesn't
might
want to
meet
legitimize
our
what the
next
church is doing.
entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Oh, this guy.
Him? So he was one of Luis's men.
Yeah, we met him in the recruitment center.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by
Okay.
conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Kraus. In
Okay.
it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden.
Who's this?
Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life. It's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
This is a fun array of folks.
If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Yeah, these are some wacky people entering this competition.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have
What,
an Elton
us?
boy present?
Oh my
Come
god.
on, let's
Wait,
see
that's
a
it? That's the
face.
full list? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's us. We are said Eldon boy.
What? What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
Yeah, this is gonna make some waves.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Oh no,
Hey!
that's less than ideal.
What's going on?
Yeah, where's our ride?
Nitwit! What is he doing?
Oh shit, we need our ride like right now.
Contestants, are you ready?
Oh, is this what I think it is?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found your behave!
Who's this guy? Oh my goodness.
A land runner?
It's quick.
Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crash. Whoa!
Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What now? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve, huh?
Why is this guy sweating? Is he nervous that we're gonna become the king all of a sudden?
Right. I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go, prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin.
So yeah, we have acquired our
We must take to the road.
transportation, which, just like I thought, is indeed a runner.
So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Onto the road now. Oh wow, look at our popularity rank going up. I ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince. Oh my, what the heck is happening? Whoa, what's that thing? Is this our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Shall I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. Oh, take the compliment, little lady. Now, let's have some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
Let's see.
We want to go to a place called Martira? Old Castletown, I think? Should be a way south. Okay, so we got a few stops along the way.
Let us hurry. Let us hurry.
Hold on.
Okay, yeah, so let me just check out the map real quick. Yeah, okay, so I can't look at anything else.
Hold on.
So, in the trailers for this game, they showed us being on a gauntlet runner or on a land runner, whatever this is. Maybe this isn't a gauntlet runner. But on one of these big runner type devices, that kind of being our base of operations. So I knew this was coming at some point, but I'm very confused as to who this old man is and what the situation is that led to Hulkenberg being able to acquire this for us. But honestly, it's a good thing she did, because it would have been really embarrassing if we just had a carriage show up, given all of our competition and the transportation that they have. So yeah, I think that's probably a good thing. We also got a lot more information about what's going to be happening with the tournament here. Like, we are going to be first going to Brylehaven, which I believe was here. I think this was Brylehaven right around here. That's the capital of Oceania. Then we have the second, oh, I forget what they called it. It was oh, I can't even remember the name of this country. Shoot. The capital of the other country here is where we go next, and then we loop back around to Grand Trad for the grand finale. So this is gonna be interesting, all right. It is certainly gonna be interesting. This is kind of like predicting ahead a little bit, but they just called this a land runner, which makes me think maybe it can only go on land. Maybe that's something that's distinct about it. And it looks like to get from Brylehaven to the next destination, we're gonna have to go across water. Unless we want to run all the way around, which seems probably horribly inefficient. So we may have to figure out some alternate transportation later on in the game for that. But anyway.
This place here.
Craziness.
Hold on.
So let's go ahead and get going. Desert Camp, a small dune on the path to Martira. Given the vantage point it provides, it should be a safe resting spot.
Let's see here.
That's the first camp on the route from Martira from Grand Trad.
Whoa.
That's the second campsite. This one is hidden away out of sight.
That's where you want to go.
Okay, and then we can get, so it's going to take us 1 day to get here, 2, 3, so 4 days. Is that right? Martira, Old Castle Town, a city on the main road between Grand Trad and Port Brylehaven. The old castle looming over the city center is an incredible sight to behold.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, Martira. Here it is. Down to Martira, eh? On this craft's legs. Oh, I'd say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights about.
Oh.
4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be safer at that kind of speed. Bally good. Now, cinch those breeches, chaps. Full steam ahead. To Martira, Old Castle Town. Who is this guy? Are we gonna get to meet him?
This is amazing. I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft.
Yeah, how did you... What did you do, Hulkenberg? How did you pull this off?
I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
This
is
so
what
silly.
you used to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
He just stops and turns around. He's like, oh, shit, I didn't realize that. We're going back.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy.
Is he part of our, like, Prince Resistance?
What I want is a little gusto.
Oh,
What do
no.
you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
He's just a thrill seeker.
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Damn it. I get better. Okay, no, that's what I picked. I'm getting slowly better, but I still have moments where I do that accidentally.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
For sure. Do you not know? Oh, no, you mean whoever this is a different person behind the wheel than in whatever context you know him. Got it?
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
Yeah, I think that's warranted at this point.
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Oh, interesting.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
So is this like his personal craft that he's built? He looks... I love just his like shorts that he's wearing there. It's so silly.
Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage?
Oh, she's trying to pick up on an old contract, I see.
Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
That little ding was very funny.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
Yeah, what is this but royal use?
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
Did he not build it? Or was this gauntlet runner what he built?
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Oh my goodness.
Good God.
There's the runner.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince?
Okay, yeah, so he built a gauntlet runner instead of a carriage.
Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
Or did he take the money that they commissioned him for and use it to build this?
You cannot mean...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile!
Oh my goodness. Hulkenberg is pissed.
A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Oh shit.
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the Balliol runner alone.
Oh my god.
Look, this runner... it is fully operational now. Is it?
She's gonna blackmail him.
Then I suggest you cooperate.
Oh my god.
Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
Yeah, so he used all of the money that they contracted him for, or potentially embezzled more, to build this gauntlet runner. Jesus.
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh?
For His Highness, yes.
Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard. So if you're back now and...
Oh no, he's putting the puzzle pieces together. We have to kill him.
And now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness?
Kill him, Hulkenberg. Kill him now.
Is His Highness still alive?
Maybe.
That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
Shit.
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
Oh, wow. He agreed to that easily. That was convenient. That was nice.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
Well, we don't really have a choice, do we?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
I don't know, we're going up against some people that seem like super rich. I wouldn't be surprised if they have better gauntlet runners.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
Yeah, we really don't have a choice here.
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
Yeah, I think, we die together. I think we can count on him.
I think we can count on him. If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices.
True.
We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
Yeah, better to have him by our side than to leave him somewhere unattended.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and greasework. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
Yes, we do.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better.
Right.
Our destination is Port Brialhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So here's the question though, Stroll, because Hulkenberg still doesn't know that we're going after Heisme instead of a literal monster. Heisme is a monster, to be fair, but not that kind of monster.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
Yeah, or is Hulkenberg just learning this?
A criminal?
Yep.
Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Yeah, sure, it did.
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
It would make us stand out, that's certainly true. Especially because, I was under the impression that there were going to be, hundreds of people entering this thing. But it seems like there's just a handful of us. It was, I don't know, 7, 8 of us total, something like that. So if we have a group that's that small, and everyone else shows up with monster heads and we don't, that would certainly shake things up.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely.
That's true, but it doesn't really matter who wins the competition. It's all about earning the people's support.
Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, this competition it doesn't actually mean anything. All it is it gives you a platform for the people to learn who you are and to recognize you. It's not actually, winning this competition doesn't actually influence whether you win the crown or not at all.
What do you think of this plan?
I think it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I trust all of you.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
Oh, hell, of course no, she's not going to.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster.
Like I said before, though, he is a monster.
And again, Our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant.
Human trafficking is just, there's nothing quite as monstrous as that.
Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
It sure does.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
I like how in Persona games we always have our little, like...
Righto! Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the Gauntlet Runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Oh my god. I like how in Persona games, and I know that I keep saying like in Persona games, I'm essentially counting this as a Persona game, even though I do recognize it's not. So apologies that I keep kind of lumping it in, but it is, in my mind, it like in the same line as Persona games. But I like how in Persona games, your party ends up being like massive, but you always have like your core group, right? And this is our core group right here. I like that. We have who knows how like how close we'll form with our other companions once they join the party, but these 3-4 with Gallica, I like the dynamic that they have. I appreciate it.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yeah, we gotta explore this Gauntlet Runner.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
What do you mean tire ourselves? We have 4 days.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts, savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together.
This is true.
So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
I wonder what the fuel for Gauntlet Runners is.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Like, since the legs are technically taken from organic beasts, I think, from what they said, does it run on organic fuel? Does it run on like oil, gasoline, coal? Because it is largely mechanical. Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious about that. The Gauntlet Runner. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as the strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by finding more and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. Take your time and have a look around on your way there.
Oh, yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what the engine room's like. I do too. Got some memorandum entries. Gauntlet Runner Engineer. An engineer that designs and maintains Gauntlet Runners. Because magma crystals power runners, engineers need to be familiar with the workings of magic and magic igniters. Oh, there we go. Magma crystals, okay. But they also need to be well-versed in a wide range of fields, from dragon crystal technology for movement to armaments for battle. As the costs required are substantial, engineers almost exclusively come from noble families who own Gauntlet Runners. That makes sense. Milo. Oh, are we going to learn all about these different people that are entering the race? Milo Maurizio, an Ishkia candidate participating in the tournament, a princely man claiming to be an illegitimate son of the Montario royal family. Oh, interesting. He pledges to adopt a caste system based on beauty, with himself, the most beautiful of all, bestowing grace and honor upon the country as its king. His suave looks and mannerisms have earned him a devout following. Each time he smiles from the stage of his Gauntlet Runner, the Palace of Beauty, Hildebrand, shrill screams can be heard from the crowds. Okay, so that's... Yeah, okay, that's that guy. Batlin, yeah, the crier, we know him. Albus Batlin, a Clamar man who works as a crier for the Crown Theocracy. Most criers prefer rhetoric that venerates and strengthens the authority of Sentism and the royal family, but Batlin is the opposite, prioritizing the provocations of the people as though commentating on a sport. Though heavily admired amongst the townspeople, he drew the ire of the Crown Theocracy for his roguish methods. However, when the royal magic made what accounted to one's popularity the sole factor in succession, the Crown Theocracy pivoted, suddenly assigning Batlin the monumental responsibility of heading Sanctism's public relations as the tournament's official crier. It's very interesting the direction that the Sanctist Church has decided to go with this. That they have gamified this whole situation, which is just, it's so clever because it, like, getting the people invested in it adds such legitimacy to it. It's so much easier for them to use this as proof of the strength of their power once it's all said and done than it would have been if it were just over and the, you know, rock in the sky was like, yeah, this person wins. It's a really smart move on their part. Glodel. Idaeus Glodel, a young Resant warrior who serves Luis in his lower rungs. Keeping his dog at his side, even in battle, he's earned the title the Black Hound out of both fear and ridicule. Because Luis did not formally enter the tournament for the throne, Glodel entered of his own volition to secure Luis's following and act as a proxy for their support. He hopes that if he can make a name for himself in the tournament, Luis will acknowledge him. That's really interesting. So, in a way, Glodel is kind of our most direct competition because he's actually trying to do the same thing we are. He's using this as a means to gain Luis's acknowledgement. He also, partly or largely because he has the dog by his side, he gives me big Rufus Shinra vibes. Because Rufus always has, what's his dog's name? Crap, I'm blanking. Rufus always has his dog by his side, you know. You have to fight him in battle, it's annoying. Godot. Ovis Godot, a muscular, bald-headed Resant warrior who serves as both captain of the Monk Army, the enforcement arm of the Crown Theocracy, and Forden's primary bodyguard. He assumed the role of captain after the predecessor lost his life during the suppression of the Mage Academy in Montario. He specializes in a unique fighting style that combines magic, staff, and spear techniques passed down through generations of warrior monks. And I'm pretty sure that this guy is the third face that's on the rock. Because I remember it was someone who looked bald and had like a headband around them. Let me see, actually, can we see the rock in here? Face rock. Yeah, you can kind of just barely see him on the right side there. I think that's him. You can kind of see his headband going around right there. Okay, Nurus. Nurus Korax, a genius engineer of the Ishkia tribe, he can single-handedly manage all things Gauntlet runners, from planning to maintenance to plot to piloting, and was contracted to build the prince's Gauntlet runner before the prince vanished. He comes from a noble, highly respected family with a stately mansion in Grand Trad, but, as he shows no interest in social status or family prestige, is dismissed by his family as an unmanageable oddball. Despite his pedigree, his appointment to build the prince's runner was based solely on merit, not his social standing. Since then, Nurus has retained a strong sense of gratitude toward the royal family. Unfortunately, as both the prince and the king met successive suspicious ends, Nurus was unable to repay their favor, which burdened him greatly. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we didn't learn about actually most of the people that are in the tournament. The only one that we really learned about, other than Glodel, the guy who we're kind of directly against, is this guy, Milo Maurizio. But there were a bunch of others too. Weird. I wonder why that guy's like significant enough to earn a memorandum entry. Okay, the Ishkia tribe. A tribe recognizable by their avian wings, as well as their almond eyes and long eyelashes. Though the fewest in number of the 8 tribes, they have a reputation for their intelligence, giving them a strong presence in bigger cities. Many find higher status in intellectual labor, such as scholars and sanctors and the like, making it not uncommon for Ishkia to be wealthy. Due in part to their regal stature, the Ishkia are commonly admired. However, the act of speaking down on others has been ingrained in their nature for some, making it just as common for them to be resented. Incidentally, their avian-like wings are purely cosmetic. Though they are able to move them to a small degree, they have no structure. They're actually just a cluster of feathers. Those who aren't fond of the Ishkia latch onto this deficiency of flight to ridicule them. Interesting. Okay, so what do we have so far? Okay, yeah, Elda is the 9th tribe. But, so it's the 8 tribes besides them. So we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that we've officially learned about. And we know the Nydia tribe is another one that we haven't really learned anything about yet to know definitively who they are. And do we know what the 8th is? I feel like they've probably mentioned what the 8th is at some point, but I don't remember. So, yeah, we have 2 more tribes to learn about. Okay, what do we got?
A carriage can't begin to compete with a gauntlet runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal. Once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant. The runner makes a smooth ride at least. Eccentricities aside, he's certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its inner workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. Wow, this is quite the gauntlet runner, though the driver makes me a little nervous. Okay, what's up with the round table? There's a map showing the area surrounding our destination, Martira. Okay, so we can just, like, look at the map. I wonder where we're at right now. Okay, yeah. So this just lets us look at the map. Okay. Which way is the engine room? Massive door. This door must lead to the end of the gauntlet runner. It's locked tightly to prevent accidental entry. That makes sense. Okay, what about stairs to cockpits? The cockpit appears to be up here. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard.
Perhaps I should stay away for now. Hold on, what? Oh, there's a ladder. I was like, these stairs don't go anywhere. They just end. But I see there's a ladder that then continues. Okay, there's also a ladder here to a watchtower. Sure. Oh my goodness. Whoa, this is wild. Yeah, we are certainly moving and grooving. What are those things in the sky? Are those monsters? I wonder if I just stay up here forever. What'll happen if we'll just keep looping around the desert? Probably. Okay. Is there anything I can look at up here? Or is this just for admiring the view? No, I think it's just for admiring the view. But that is pretty cool. Okay, let's head down this way. Where does this go? This goes to the deck. Okay, yeah, now we're on the sides. I like the slightly painted look. I think it was like partially painted. I think it looks like he was planning on painting more and he just didn't have time to get to it. This is so weird. Could you imagine being on a vehicle like this in real life? Jesus. Okay, well, just, yeah, more sightseeing out there. What else do we got? Pantry.
And this is...
There's some Orgo sugar and briny salt. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. Oh, cool. Okay. Can I look in there again? Looks like there's nothing else noteworthy here today. Oh, can I check like once a day? Is that the idea? Washroom.
Incredible!
Wow, so this room's made for bathing? Can we really just hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I could get used to. I call first step.
Hey!
Were you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think we are? Unacceptable.
You're really...
It's a bathing room. Oop, auto mention. No running water yet. Working on it.
Damn.
What? Unacceptable. That's funny. Toilet. Not now. There are more pressing matters at hand. I can't use the bathroom. There's no time. Oh, I went backwards. Got turned around somehow. The food shelf. It's stocked with food suitable for a long journey. I would prefer to cook it first before eating it. Okay, washing area.
So?
You have to wash your dishes properly, but being that water is a precious resource, that actually goes double.
Got it.
It's the kitchen. I can prepare meals here. Cooking table. Okay. Okay, cool. So we will be able to cook here, it looks like. At some point, I suppose. That goes down to the engine room corridor, so we'll go down there in a bit once we finish exploring. This is... Oh, we have little pod beds. These are beds. They seem pretty small. Oh, and there's just like storage in those. So we only have 2 beds? Is that what you're telling me? What's this third one? Is there a usable bed in there? Well, that's one way to sleep, I suppose. Shelf. These books are a mess. We should clean this up at some point. It's Nurse's personal collection of books. They're too technical for me to understand. There's some sort of strange device wrapped in cloth. Looks like one of Nurse's inventions in the making. There are a lot of books lined up. Okay, so this is the little, like, dining room, it looks like. You get served the food from the kitchen. Okay, and then we can go to the back deck. Okay, yeah. So, okay, so we were out on that deck before. And yeah, now there's another deck here. Cloth-covered barrel. Beneath this cloth, there seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. Okay, and we cannot get past it. Okay. Let's go down to the engine room in that case. Whee! Oh, I found more. How's it going, buddy? That's where we're supposed to be going. So I won't go there quite yet. Washing machine. A machine that does laundry, handmade by Nurse. Seems there's nothing in it at the moment. Hey, more.
Now, where was
What's
I?
up? Not gonna go to academia right this moment. Small cabinet. Some unique items are lined up here. Nurse's personal belongings, I think. Nurse's research desk. This one must be where new inventions are born. Upright cleaning tool. Maybe not right now. Okay, there's a vacuum cleaner. I like how there's a vacuum cleaner, a laundry machine, a kitchen. They're really getting us ready to start taking care of this place. Bag of cotton. There's a fluffy bag that's perfect for sitting on. If I sat on it, I don't think I'd be able to move. Yeah, it's a beanbag chair. Pile of powder. I've never smelled this fragrance before. I can't tell whether it's used for food or for fuel. Okay, yep, I think that's everything there. Okay, in which case I think it is finally time to go into the engine room here.
This?
Wonder what makes this thing run.
Hello?
First time on a gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like that pipe's in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room.
Spectacular.
Now, I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'd take your life into your hands when you traveled the wilds. Then, thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet Runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast's, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream.
What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience with no plans for the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl. It's a work in progress, but by the time I'm done, she'll have a few new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs her rest as much as we do. Gauntlet Runner activities. You'll continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books to the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can also spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help to improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. Okay, so yeah, we got to spend free time on the Gauntlet Runner, just like in town. And we have a couple days to spend here. A magic igniter, enormous compared to those used by the army. If I recall correctly, it uses magma crystals as fuel. I've never seen an igniter like this before. Okay, yeah, I think we've seen everything that there is to see. Can I wash clothes? Doing laundry will take my mind off things, increasing my max MP.
Understood.
Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. Okay, now that we can actually do things, let me just see what the vacuum does. This weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nurse modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lifting and bending over is sure to strengthen your legs, yeah? Okay.
Got it.
So by using the vacuum, I get an HP bump, and by using the washing, I get an MP bump.
Now,
let's jump to Academia.
Fascinating.
So, you've a new archetype, have you? I expected nothing less. Please do not hesitate to inform me when you wish to study it. I think I already did.
Do make yourself at home.
Yeah, do I have anything new to study? Oh, I do. Oh, right, the merchant. Yeah, what's the deal with this? Armed with cash-fueled almighty skills, it can increase battle rewards to provide out-of-combat support. Bizarre. Okay, let's study it.
I see.
Yeah, okay, it literally costs money to do things. Oh, that's cool. You can see details. The Origin Merchant Archetype. With skills that consume money rather than MP, the merchant takes a unique approach to assisting the party via non-combat means, such as increasing item effectiveness and drop rates. Alchemy, chance of winning a small sum of money each time an enemy is stunned or defeated in overworld combat. Deals weak almighty damage to one enemy, high critical rates, and it costs 500 read. Increases likelihood of receiving items after battles by 20%. Increase effects of consumables by 1.2. Increases evasion against fire attacks. Steals mag from one enemy. Interesting. That's a very interesting archetype.
This right here.
Its heroic embodiment is that of the prudent arbitrator who bridges the gap between others, fostering new values and new places of belonging. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Of course.
I hear the voices of past heroes' souls. I forgot that wasn't more for a second there. If thou art prepared to disavow martial might and support society from within the shadow of coin, I shall bestow upon thee our soul, the soul of the merchant.
Really?
So this is the power of the merchant's soul, the power to use money to achieve victory and reap the rewards. I'll put it to good use. It's yet another way to fight.
Good.
All right.
Still getting stronger.
Interesting. I'm not going to channel it yet, but I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Do I want to channel for these guys yet? Yeah, I guess I might as well.
I see.
Gotta get it all channeled.
This, all right. Of course.
The soul of the merchant. No fight is truly won without money, so I'll use its power responsibly. To think such power exists in our worlds, I have much to learn about life. Hey! More heroes fruit.
I could get used to this.
Cool. Okay, and then Hulkenberg, same thing.
Fast. This, all right?
Yes, let's do it.
And count. Of course.
I see.
So this is the soul of the merchant. To use money as power is a compelling idea indeed. I shall apply myself to studying its ins and outs and enjoy the experience of learning it.
A new means of protection.
Alrighty, cool. What is the weapon that you're wielding there, Hulkenberg? I know that it said iron abacus. I didn't realize it was gonna literally be a friggin' abacus. Just starts doing math to throw the enemy off. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Oh yeah, I probably have some new skills to unlock from that. Let's see. If I go here, yes, gold attack. Ooh, that's expensive. Jesus. Why is it so pricey? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now, actually. That's too much money. What did you... The gunner.
I'm counting on you.
Oh, someone more mechanically minded. It's gotta be this guy, right? It's gotta be, Oh, frick, what's his name? The guy, our pilot, the guy who's driving the gauntlet runner. Yeah, I bet it's him. What's up, Plateau? Petting him is so soothing in and of itself. I'm able to forget the hustle of the outside world, even if for a moment. Okay. Anything down here to check out? No? Okay. We got some stuff to read upstairs. Now, here's my question. If I go to Warrior... No, there's nothing new for Warrior. I was wondering if there'd be something new for Warrior since we unlocked the Swordmaster. Merchant. In times of yore, there lived heroes who eschewed the blade, but won their fortune through masterful negotiation. Their souls together from the power of the merchant. Among them, the elite who seeks to control the world of profits and losses, finding victory in superior deal-making, I dub the Tycoon. The merchant archetype attacks with money rather than mind or body, and bears the power to gain rewards beyond victory in battle. But viewed in another light, it is only as powerful as the war chest that funds it. Without coin, it has nothing. Let no merchant forget this truth.
We'll figure it out.
So this archetype increases battle rewards just by being in the party, and while its money-consuming skills are strong, we don't want to let them overspend. Fascinating. Let's do it.
You'll come again, won't you?
Okay. What do we want to do on this gauntlet runner? Hey, Hulkenberg.
Speaking of,
Nuris, that's his name, right? Nuris said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself as chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hushed Honeybee. Yeah, I did learn how to, let's get cooking. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients, buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. There are some ingredients here. Maybe Nuris went shopping. Ooh, nice. Funny enough, those are the exact ingredients I need for some roasted red grass roasted bidu. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Oh, look at that. Cool. Oh, wow, that's a lot. Want to make something? If so, we should try to have everyone teach us their culinary specialty. No, that's not. I'm not going to spend time on that right now. Stroll's in here. What are you doing, buddy? I feel drunk. Are you okay?
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this... it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it.
Oh, he's getting motion sick. This is... I can't do anything with this, right? This is just showing us her map. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see here.
Okay. What else can we do? Oh, I can read in here, which will increase like a random stat. Okay, is there any, let me quickly check the decks again, just in case there's anything out here now that I have finished exploring.
What's this?
Not out here. It was just down there. Anything on this deck? Doesn't look like it, no. Okay, and then just quickly, we're gonna check the observation deck. Or the watchtower, whatever they called it. What are these other hatches for? Where do they lead, I wonder? Are there like other parts of the ship that we haven't unlocked yet, maybe? That'd be cool. Okay. I think I want to read. Maybe? I increase my stats? The bookshelf is lined with interesting books. The books I could read are New World Travel Diary, Pride and Persuasion. Not now. What if I click this? This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that'll really expand the mind. Want to read it together over by the window? If I read this book, I may gain more imagination. Shall we spend some time reading the book? Not now. Okay, so that's good to know. And there's also Pride and Persuasion. This book outlines useful conversational techniques for convincing others. I haven't started it yet, so I imagine that's eloquence. Nura's probably left this here, huh? Let's take it over to the window if you want to read it together. Yeah. Okay. How am I... Oh, shoot. How am I doing on my stats? Eloquence and imagination are both pretty much equal, it looks like. They could both use a little boost, so... I guess let's go with imagination first. Yeah, let's do that. Let's spend some time reading.
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There's so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There are so many things I've learned since we started traveling together. Same here.
That's right.
It's the same for me. You relate, huh? There's so much one needs to see firsthand to comprehend. Hey, Gnome. I know this time we're traveling for a mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. I hear you.
That's right.
Me too. I know what you mean.
Yep.
Yes. Learning about life by exploring new places. That's what I want. Of course, if I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future, I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? Yeah, teach me more. Just teaching me and telling me things is great. I'm not really all that knowledgeable, though. If that's how you feel, though, I'll gladly tell you every insight I have. With everything we've been through recently, I've realized that knowledge is an invaluable asset. I want to keep experiencing new wonders, so let's never stop working together. Learning together. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. Huh. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring up various ideas together with Gallica.
All right.
Oh, 4! That's a huge bump. Why did that move like nothing? What just happened? That was supposed to be a massive bump. I'm just very confused. There's still more left to read in this book. I'll pick up from here next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon. and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Yeah, it is nice that we don't have to camp out on the ground. Desert camp. Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart gauntlet runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the gauntlet runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Martira. Our first time camping in the gauntlet runner. I'm kinda excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with someone? Okay, let me save real quick. From here, yeah.
Your thoughts?
Oh, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter. What voice am I doing? Hold on. Ah. Whatever I was just doing hurt my throat. Ho, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as... I just need to do a British accent. What? Okay. I get all... for some reason I slip into Scottish sometimes, and I'm just trying to do British. Ho, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter. Still, I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on, give me a minute to, like, course correct myself. Okay, let me try this again. For some reason, I've lost the voice that I was doing for this guy, but whatever. Ho, how was that ride, eh? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring, tear-jerking. Yeah, sure, absolutely. Gwahaha! This runner is such a guilty pleasure. Though, credit where it's due, my tinkering certainly helped to make her what she is. Though, full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Wouldn't have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly. But that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks. Okay, we got a campfire here. There are insects gathering by the campfire. Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyway. I should try and catch one. Dream Eater Moth. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. When it's my turn to cook, I should use it as ingredients. Okay, and I can spend some time with Stroll and increase my imagination. Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get, and I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination. Should I spend time talking with Stroll?
I see.
Not right now. That's alright. But I can also go back inside? Is that what you were saying? I can use the other facilities like normal? So I can also increase my imagination by talking to Hulkenberg. Well met. I don't suppose you're as overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Okay, so I can also increase imagination with Hulkenberg. But I can also do, like, other things, like I can read. Yeah, I can also read. I wonder if it's worth talking to them. Like, how much I'll get for it. Let me... Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Let me save real quick. Just again. I know I just did, but... And let's try... Yeah, let's talk to Hulkenberg. Let's see how that goes. If I only get like 2 imagination or something, I'll probably reload so I can read a book instead. It's a better use of time. This power we've awoken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I find really curious are these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I think it looks cool.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the designs intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power, as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting, and why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
Okay, cool. We got 4 for that. That is good. I will take that. It's getting quite late, but we've got a ways to go yet, so I would very much like to continue chatting with you. And they chatted the night away. Oh yeah, Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches
and I got
on,
some mag.
and the age
Cool.
of a new king draws nearer.
I know it does.
Good morning.
Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh? There's his voice. I don't know why I lost it yesterday.
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the deserts this fast. But, just keep an eye on the road, okay, nurse? Off we go. Back to running. We'll arrive in Martira in 2 days, huh? Oh, interesting. I can increase other stats with them today. So I can increase wisdom with Hulkenberg. Gnome, you've come at a perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Playing a game with Hulkenberg will increase my wisdom. Seems kind of fun, doesn't it? How about playing a game? Not right now. Indeed. Well, then perhaps some other time. What the? Oh, you put the chairs down. It's like a little hinge. I was like, there's no actual seat on these, because there isn't a back. What looks like the back here gets pushed forward, and then a little tab comes out, like you can see under Stroll. What are you doing, Stroll? Hey, Gnome, good timing. I was just about to do some maintenance on my weapons. If you've got the time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles. Maintaining my weapon may help improve my focus during a fight and hone my courage. Do you want to hone your weapons with Stroll?
I see.
Yes, it is rather a time commitment, isn't it? Okay,
all right, then.
Let's just look around and see what I can do, if there's anything new. Nothing new downstairs, or on the decks it looks like. So I think I want to go read that Eloquence book. Yep. Pride and Persuasion. Nurse probably left this here, huh? Let's take it over the window if you want to read it together. Yes, let's read.
What's that?
Apparently, this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. This section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then, use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? To strike them down in one hit, to gain the upper hand, to exploit them without mercy. I'm gonna go to gain the upper hand.
Sure.
That's the least ruthless of those options.
Kidding.
Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be. I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence.
All right.
Hey, there we go. Good old eloquence bump. That was a decent bump. I'll take that. That felt more substantial than imagination did. Maybe not, though. It feels like it actually looks like it was probably the same, number-wise. Also, so, okay, just trying to count this up. I think eloquence so far, I've increased 10. Because I'm pretty sure I did that. I talked to that woman 3 times in town. It was 2 times each. And then I just got 4. So I'm up to 10 now. So I'm trying to count to see how long it takes to get to the next level. I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly. I mean, we don't need force necessarily. That's not what I'm trying to go for.
We could stop for a break.
Ahoy! Break time, chums! There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there. I have to be careful with that guy's voice.
Into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla.
Cool.
And still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
You have to be careful with Norris's voice. If I do it the wrong way, it kind of really grinds my throat. Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? Tree of Prophecy. Wow, that's pretty. That's really pretty.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It's so pretty.
That's...
It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree, located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. Well, I would guess that this is this tree, considering it's the Tree of Prophecy. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here.
If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery.
Norris pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him.
Hey.
Wow, Norris, how did you get so good at drawing?
Ah, my meticulous boy. Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake.
You're giving it to me? You sure I can have this?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've already committed it to the safety of my mind. I have no need for the sketch itself anymore.
Cool. Tree of Prophecy drawing. I received Norris's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there!
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trad, I should give this drawing to Maria.
Huh?
Yeah, she'd like it. A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification?
Precisely. Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
What? You've been observing me this whole time. I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel like seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
Ooh, hell yes. Give me that wisdom bump. Absolutely, I will take that.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Cool. Yeah, honestly, having this Gauntlet Runner is huge. I think we'd be pretty screwed if we didn't. The Rock Den Camp. What is that? We'll be in Martyra the day after tomorrow. I wonder what kind of place Martyra is. Memorandum. Tree of Prophecy. A towering, rich crimson tree of overwhelming presence that rises from the middle of the desert roughly halfway between Grand Trad and Martyra. In reality, it is a magical plant that feeds on ambient magla as its nutrients. As a result, it is sensitive to subtleties in nature, such as weather and earthquakes, and is said to reflect impending natural disaster through the color of its foliage. In recent years, both its leaves and surrounding fog have been tinged red, a never-before-seen reaction. The superstitious wonder if this new omen marks dark days to come. I got a Lumabee. Oh, it's another bug. Cool.
All right then.
Oh, wait, hold on.
All
I
right, then.
do need to go to, here, real quick. Because I think I can get more ingredients from that pantry, maybe? Yeah, I need to make sure I check that every day.
What's this?
There's some mellow milk and fragrant spice. I wonder who brought them here. I could use these for cooking. Alright, cool. Anything else of note? No? Okay. Let's go talk to our friend. Oh no! Not what I meant to do. I meant to go here. Let's go talk to Stroll, since Hulkenberg won't chat today. Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Trad was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked the desert to reach the city.
Your thoughts?
Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. Well, I have Gallica.
Fair point.
Of course. You've no need to worry with her at your side, I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening, and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path on my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to a life on the road. 'Twill be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest while we can.
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get. I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? Let's do it.
Now then.
So next up is Martyra. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over to the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I'd once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past.
Speaking of
which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Power isn't everything.
What's that about?
Oh, I see.
I see. As kings, they had to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone wouldn't help you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great Hero Kings of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there. I felt my imagination grow as Stroll and I discussed the challenges still ahead of us. Imagination inspired. Yes, we actually went past the checkpoint there. Yeah, so what did I say? Eloquence, currently I'm at 14. Or, no, I'm at 10 currently. I think, if I'm counting correctly, because eloquence and imagination were both at the same place when we started, and I've gotten 12 imagination since starting. So I would have been at 12 plus 6, it would have been 18 to get to where I am now. So it would have been 16 to get to the next level. So I think 16 points is the next level.
Imagination.
'Tis one of the virtues a ruler must possess. If true sovereignty is thy aspiration, furnish thyself with the creativity to bring the ideal world of thy thoughts to fruition.
Why, that's it.
A conqueror needs that precious kindling with which a follower's passions must be inflamed. Come now, it's too early for bed. Let's talk some more.
And they talked through the night. Okay, next day.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
What are we going to do on day 3 here? Spoiler alert, we're probably going to read our book some more. Oh, cutscene. Maybe not.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Ooh, look at that. That's much prettier.
Oh wow, I've missed all this green!
Yeah, there's some actual grass and trees. Oh, Stroll. Poor buddy.
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
Oh, God. What the hell was that?
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
Did we have like an engine failure?
A cannonade.
Oh, no, we were shot at. Oh, shit. Oh, it's 2 of them. Is that the 2? Is that the? Are those 2 teaming up? Is that what's happening here?
Is rising! Sanctism will reign!
Oh no, these 2 are fighting each other right now.
It's them.
So yeah, it's Glodell and the Sanctus Warrior Monk
Remember,
guy.
from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Fortin's confidant.
Guido,
and the
right?
other is Luis's man, Glodell.
Guido and Glodell.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
It's a good question.
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Oh, they're just trying to stop them from being able to compete in the tournament. It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
That doesn't seem particularly sporting for what this tournament is trying to do.
So it is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
What the hell is the crier doing here?
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Glodell cannot match Guido's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Glodell if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Oh god. Oh my, am I actually making a choice here? Oh shit, is this like a real choice? This can't be a real choice, right? Oh god. Let's help out Glodell.
Let's give Glodell a hand here. Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Glodell's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
That's true. He can aim to kill.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
That's true.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
Oh goodness.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
Okay.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Glodell.
Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now.
Stroll.
That corner woman. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
Sorry, Godot. He does not seem happy with us.
In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Oh shit. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Oh god, okay.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
Honestly, I just kind of think that it's not, we really shouldn't be trying to interfere with each other in this situation. But, you know, of course we would be.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Oh shit.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Defeat the monks without harming Godot. Yeah, we can't hurt him. We'll get screwed if we do. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, it's a good thing I gave Stroll this single enemy attack, because all of his are multi-enemies. Yeah, I guess let's use...
I shall vanquish evil.
Let's use Slicer on this mage guy.
Hack and slash. Tougher than I thought.
And then... Yeah, these are all enemies. You probably want to use fire damage on these guys. Let me try fire on this guy.
Fire! I stand ready.
What'd she just recover MP from?
For all that we strive for.
Oh, I should have attacked this guy with Gnome. That was stupid. Okay, good. We're okay.
What could you hope to achieve?
Godot puts on a cocky smirk.
Look out!
Oh, she's shielding me. Hell yeah. What is he doing? What's up with that cocky smirk?
He's toying with us.
Okay, let's kill his guy, I guess, then.
Are you prepared?
Oh, this guy resisted it.
They won't hold back.
Let's use fire on him again, then. Burn. Burn,
So,
baby, burn.
The faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Actually, wouldn't this count as a duel?
Oh,
we don't know that.
He wants, and we can't even get near him.
We don't know that duels are exempt.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
No, not really.
I think not, you rotter!
Oh, God.
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
Hell yeah.
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
That's true.
This is a waste of my time.
We can wreck his gauntlet runner.
So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Nice done, Nuris. Nicely done.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint.
There we go.
Hey, get down here.
Okay. He's not gonna be happy that we stepped in, is he?
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
Oh God, sorry. I just, when I saw his dog, it made me think about Rufus's dog again from Final Fantasy VII, and now I'm stuck in my head trying to remember the name of his dog. It's like Dark Claw. It's not Dark Claw. Something along those lines? I don't remember. I guess you live to see another day.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of.
Not really. Also, who's this with you?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives?
Oh, shit. This is the singer. I recognize her eyes.
Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
I like how the crier's just like out here. Is he just walking? How's he
Fair
getting
enough,
from place to
miss.
place?
Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shoed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
What's that? You gonna go report on this?
You
Hell
surprised
yeah.
me out there, love. You bested Godot.
Apparently.
So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Is Hulkenberg a fangirl?
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Oh, she's a Nydia.
Aye, but that's...
Norris certainly looks like a
Lost it
fan.
all, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, he's about to lose it. Oh my goodness. Oh,
I
no, it's the
know
gauntlet.
Suspensions anyway. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
Oh my god, that's so funny. He doesn't care about her. It's only the gauntlet
By
runner.
the crown, you can't be serious. She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva. Oh, this is preposterous. Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
Aw, that's cute that Hulkenberg is kind of freaking out about this.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
I suppose I have no choice. If this is a sacrifice I must make for the cause, for His Royal Majesty, I will do what I must.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Apparently we are.
Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Oh, sorry. I keep thinking about this. I'm pretty sure the dog's name is Darkstar. Okay, I'll stop now that I've gotten there. Anyway, back to this game. Yes, fairy.
Hey, up there!
Up there. What the hell? There are sky runners? Oh, of course there are.
Gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Yeah, no, we knew that there were. We saw Luis's at the opening ceremony. Not at the opening ceremony, at the funeral. Is this Luis's? Oh, it sure as hell is. Have we already got his attention? That did not take long.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladell got stuck playing someone's driver.
Yeah, no, it was all
But
for
she
Luis.
was still the sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
Yeah.
My humblest apologies, my lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
Who's this guy?
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
Actually, you couldn't have. You would have been caught in chains.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
Oh, God.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm Ooh. Ooh. Do we want to be, like, blatant about it, or... No, I think it's better to not be, like, in his face about it. I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne.
Let him form his own opinion of us, absent playing our adoration cards.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
It's a good thing we didn't, like, show our faces with Grius at the funeral, so that he doesn't know that we were with him.
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Also, wait. Does Luis not know Hulkenberg? She, like, if Luis was really the one who cast the curse on the prince, then Hulkenberg almost killed him. You would think he would remember her. Interesting, yeah. Like, it makes sense he wouldn't recognize us or Stroll. He would probably recognize the machinist guy, but machinist. Norris. He's asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? What did Stroll say? This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely. To help save the prince, no. To become king. Do we play our cards now? Because, like, we definitely don't want to say to help save the prince. And to become king, we don't necessarily want that either, because then we're in competition with him. So I think maybe at this point we play our cards forward.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
I do, apparently.
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Ooh, thank you, Juna. That's certain to catch his attention.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
Honestly, that's not totally a lie. Like, if his vision truly is a world of unity and merit, like meritocracy, that ultimately is kind of what we are after as well.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes.
That's the plan.
You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
Okay. I wasn't expecting to... Bye, Juna. I wasn't expecting to chat with Luis so soon.
Don't think this changes anything.
Well,
Come
okay.
on, Hector.
Hector. Not as cool of a name as Darkstar. Unfortunately. Sorry to admit.
It soars like a damn bird.
Nerissa's just in love.
Right there.
I love it.
That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
Yeah, like the fact that now we've already kind of established ourselves and he'll be specifically watching out for us is pretty huge.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
No, he won't.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the gauntlet runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark?
What is this
The party
poetry?
never has to find out.
Jesus.
For they are safe within the gauntlet runner.
The narrator's trying to seduce me. Or Moore, I guess. I keep forgetting Moore is the narrator.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
You good there?
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Oh no.
Let's say we go check on him.
Everything okay, Nurse?
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Are we gonna form a bond with Nurse in the scene? I feel like maybe we are. I feel like maybe that's about to happen. You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see. She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Looking for inspiration?
Yes, my girl.
Yeah?
A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
Oh, interesting. So this is a... there are a lot of games that have like precursor civilizations, right? There's... or a lot of media. There's Assassin's Creed. There's... there's another one that popped into my head that I'm not going to say just because it's like slight spoilers, but there are a few that I'm thinking of. But I'm wondering if in this game, this has to do with our book. Like, I'm wondering if that's actually not a fictional account, but maybe that's someone rooted in nonfiction and that sort of is the past of this world or something. Something like that, maybe?
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Possibly. I don't know.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Just some piece of, like, ancient machinery? Have you seen one?
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Yeah, he said he did.
Yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning.
Is he going to want us to find more relics for him, basically?
After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had.
And that spurred your imagination for all these years? That's pretty impressive.
The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camero or some such.
Oh, okay. So maybe you should go there. Maybe I should look into Camaro when we get to Martira.
This one's important.
Quest start, providing a spark. An old inventor Nurse once knew is living in Camaro. village near Martira. He may be able to tell us more about the relic he once showed Nurus. Okay, so we're not gonna bond yet, but that's probably gonna trigger it. Gotta trigger it at some point. We need that gunner for more. We left Nurus, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in the Gauntlet Runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
All right, this is day 4. You know what that means.
So, we'll arrive in Martira this evening, then? Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. Our carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Barden awaits.
How did Barden get back here?
The castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
We accepted this task from Barden like the day before we left. How did he beat us here? Hey, new town.
'Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
It hasn't been a while. We literally left the day after we told him that.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctoress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
Okay, good to know.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
That's true. He did. He got
well,
screwed.
That's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
We're really going in all directions here. Luis is a tyrant, that's true. All fights have casualties, it's not my business. Yeah, Luis is a tyrant.
Is nothing but a tyrant.
That's true.
Yes. Such atrocities in his name. Unforgivable.
We're just playing up like we had nothing to do with it.
Are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty borders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
No, not quite.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ooh, okay.
You've a local delicacy. It would be a welcome treat.
It would.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the Bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Yeah, you can get the water going and then we can take baths and stuff. I'm sure that'll be useful in some way. Ooh, what is that?
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
What gave you that idea, Stroll?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm.
Oh.
It's Martira's culinary speciality.
Oh, God.
Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Good. Larval innards.
Oh, God. That's so gross.
'Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
Oh my god, I could not do this.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
Looks great.
Come now, they're offering us fine hospitality. 'Tis only right that we graciously savor it.
Yes, absolutely right. I'll be cheering you on. And, I'll see to the funeral plans.
Oh, shut up, Stroll. You dick. I've barely bitten into this thing, and already I feel a spray of something. But as for the taste, it's not that bad.
Are you actually enjoying that?
How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch.
No!
But it's harmless, I assure you.
No! I'm about to run from this room. I'm gonna bolt out of here. How dare you?
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now, unaccounted
Oh my
for.
god. That's horrifying.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm's territory, yes?
Yeah, that was the whole reason you couldn't go after him, right?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Yeah, it's 2 days. Giant sandworm's nest. A giant sandworm's nest in the wasteland. Reputed to be the hideout of Heismay the Kidnapper, the area is subject to a unique weather phenomenon known as a sand flash.
Let's see here.
That's giant sandworm's nest.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
Right, like why is he able to deal with it?
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
We'll get the job done.
We'll get this job done.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you.
Oh, no.
Now
What's that?
This is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert.
Can't there be something else to make food from than the worms?
Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Oh, God.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
Oh my goodness.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
Oh, we will.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Oh, trust me, that's not why we're here.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
It's been forever since I've had such a spacious bed.
Exactly.
We're gonna meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep, okay? All right. And with that, ooh, actually, memorandum. Let's go ahead and read some stuff. Giant sandworm, the name for the biggest of the large annelids popularly called sandworms, that dwell in the sandy environs between Grand Trad and Martira. Juvenile sandworms are sometimes hunted as delicacy ingredients, but the discovery of one particularly dangerous specimen causing travelers to lose their lives has made this difficult in recent times. There are whispers that it's not only its enormity that makes it dangerous. So what else is it? Crigante Castle. Residence and castle of the Lady of Martira, Sanctoress Joanna, has a long history dating back to the Annex War. Unlike modern buildings, the castle was built with many secret passages in case of armed invasion. Even these days, the castle's staff occasionally stumbles across new hidden chambers and corridors. That's really cool. The Nydia tribe, there we go. Characterized by their iridescent eyes and hair, okay. Members of the Nydia tribe lack the conspicuously notable features of other tribes. They are known to be gregarious and talented at flattery. Many have left their hometowns to make a living, some making a name for themselves as both compelling and strange figures. Colonies comprised wholly of the Nydia are rarely known to exist in any way in any part of the kingdom, making them a mysterious tribe in some ways. Juna Cygnus, a beautiful Nydia songstress whose extraordinary voice is praised throughout the kingdom. She often appears at major yearly events held by the royal family and the crown theocracy. She is also tremendously popular outside the kingdom. Her cohabitation with Luis leads many to suspect they are lovers, though in reality she's more of an adjutant. What is an adjutant? Is that just like someone who tags along? I've never heard that before. Sanctoress, a clerical title of sanctism, permitted to administer rites, ceremonies, blessings, and the like. The title of Sanctor is treated more like a broad certificate of religious qualification, and they are not explicitly required to work for the church. However, those in higher positions, starting from Centurion and above, take on duties related to the parish and church as career clergy. The roast sandworm larva, said to have origins in past extermination efforts against the giant sandworms threatening Martira's livestock, and thus threatening their main industry, dependent on animal husbandry. Some theorize that the giant sandworms' increased aggression in recent years is because their young are being overhunted to make this dish. Oh, that's screwed up, so. Caden Workshop, a newly founded Ujif-based gauntlet runner workshop. What does Ujif-based mean? Gauntlet runners are primarily owned by the state and the wealthy, with most orders sent to trading companies owned by the Clamar or Rusant tribes. Little care is given to quality or performance, only maintaining the status quo. However, the Caden Workshop has been working diligently to overcome the societal disadvantage by demonstrating their technological innovations, and has gained positive attention in recent years. The workshop prides itself on the superiority of their component adjustment through high-precision percussion, a feat capable only by the Ujif with their ultra-sensitive hearing. Oh, is that another tribe? That its successor, Lena Caden, has joined the tournament for the throne solely to promote the workshop, without regard to the battle for the throne, has become a point of discussion. Oh! Was that the rabbit one? Like the rabbit person? Are they the Ujif? Are they the 8th tribe? Because we've now gotten 7 of the 8 tribes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, only one more. So I guess that's the Ujif, who are like these rabbit people. Cool. Okay, well, that is where we will leave it for today, everyone. We will pick up there next time, now that we've arrived here in Martira. With, we'll do a little exploration around, and then we will, hopefully be making our way after Heismay. So, yeah. Until next time, everyone. I will see you all then. Bye.